Welcome back to the Blue North. Today I'm talking defund the police. This is virtue signaling at its best. This is the Democrats hoping to get votes this November, and that's it. There's no common sense. There's no thinking. There's no, you know, uh, thinking of the safety of the people in their cities and in their states. That's not happening. All this is entirely pandering for votes in November's election. It's only in Democrat led cities and states. Well, where's all the trouble in the United States? Where are all of the looting and the rioting and all of the wreaking havoc in the streets? It's all in Democrat cities and states. Why is that? Hillary bragged about it. Hillary bragged that they were going to be uncivil until they got that White House power back. Well, we're seeing it. They're on the news every day. Well, who's doing it? You have to question who's doing it. Is George Soros paying people to be out there wreaking havoc? Does he make money off of the news covering these crazy stories? Does he hope that Biden somehow gets into the White House because this pandemic of lunacy in the streets is going to somehow cement Biden a position of power? You'd have to question a lot right now before you go in and put your X beside your name and vote for Joe Biden. The Democrats are showing that they don't care enough about the people. Back when Hillary lost, she said they'd be uncivil, and they have been. You see it with the impeachment, you see it with the Russian collusion, we see that there's paperwork leading to Obama and Biden knowing about it, setting up General Flynn. It's just the paper trail is crazy. Who's hiding the paper trail? None other than Schiff and Nadler. Now they're going to try and say that they're going to impeach Trump again on his pandemic, the COVID-19 handling of this breakout pandemic. You can't impeach the president because he closed the border and every Democrat mayor said, get out there and enjoy, ride the subway. It's not a pandemic. We're a hardy bunch. And yet you're going to impeach the president. We are seeing Democrats working against the president and common sense and working against the safety and health and of their people in their states and in their cities. It's ridiculous. It's so transparent. But this November is a huge, huge, huge election because if you want Joe Biden and more of that mentality, then let him in. And you know what? The Democrats are they'll play nice after that. And the people in the streets that are being paid to be there, they're going to go away. And you watch, they'll do something like they did with Obama. They'll give Biden the Nobel Peace Prize because everybody that was wreaking havoc right now and all the states that are losing their minds and all the cities, they're all run by Democrats. So if they all play nice because Biden wins, well, it'll make Biden look like he's actually done something. But it's all fake. It's all smoke and mirrors. But defund the police, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And you know what you have to do? You have to spend more money on the police, more money on the police, more money on fire, and more on ambulance and EMTs, because they're seeing the worst of the worst in the society right now. They go to the fires where families have perished. They go where little kids have died in car accidents. They go where people have put children in harm's way just to get back at the mother or the father. There's all kinds of things that our emergency services are going through daily. We have to make the arrangement for more funding for their PTSD than we do to defund them. We can't defund them because a few people are racist. George Floyd should not have perished the way he did. Doesn't matter what his background was. Doesn't matter what his rap sheet said. Nobody should kneel on someone else's neck until they perish. That should be something that no human being would get gratification from. So we need to fix the police department mentally. We can't do that by defunding them. We have to also branch out and do the fire and EMT and anybody, teachers, whoever is dealing with situations. There's family services that need the same PTSD training. They see stuff every day that, I'm a steel worker. I don't necessarily see those things. I go to work and I come home and I complain about the heat at work and I complain about this but you know what? These people have actual honest to goodness issues that they need more funding for. We have to fund mental health more. I'm fighting to have better mental health at my steel plant right now, where I work, because of the people around me and some of the stuff that's gone on recently, some of the lives that we've lost. So there is lots of things that we can spend money on, but taking the money from the police department is just asinine, foolish, virtue signaling, pandering for votes. It's just not the right thing to do. We have to spend more money on training, on showing the effects of hatred and racism. We have to figure out if there's people that need help, even if it's against their own will at times. You have to suspend them from their jobs if they're showing signs and not seeking help. We can't have another George Floyd. We can't. Not because the police department, it's not because the police need the help. It's the George Floyds need help too. There's two sides here, and they're both needing help. We cannot have people that are mentally, they're challenged with mental health running around the streets. We need to help them. We have to reach out. We have to spend the money on that. That's what a social conservative believes. I'm a social conservative. We have to protect the people. We also have to protect the people dealing with them. Defunding the police, absolutely the most ridiculous, asinine thing I've ever seen. And if they believed in it themselves, they couldn't possibly believe in it. They're just doing it hoping to gain that White House. And it's sad. And the Democrats should be ashamed of themselves. There's more need for funding to be allocated for mental health. That's what we need, not defund the police. And shame on AOC, Bill de Blasio, and every other Democrat trying for this crap. Nobody is going to benefit from it. More lives are going to be destroyed, and the crime rate is going to go through the roof. This November, the voters in the United States have to go to the polls and vote for common sense. You don't have to like Trump. You may think he's a buffoon the way he tweets and this, that, and the other, but his administration is getting things done. And he's not calling for the most unsafe rhetoric, defund the police. That should win him the election right there. Public safety. Your cities are going to fall apart with these Democrats virtue signaling. We'll be watching here on the Blue North, so stay tuned and hit that subscribe button. Talk to you soon.